This is Father Tony Robleski, rector of our cathedral here in Duluth, the beautiful city of Duluth, also pastor of St. Mary's Star of the Sea, downtown Duluth. Today is the day that my associate, Father Charlie Freebull, is moving away. He's going up to Babbitt and Ely, where he's going to be a pastor for the first time. So we wish him well, although we'll miss him terribly here. The other thing that I know that you would miss is his cathedral chats, where he would have some topic that he would discuss with you, present to you, and I think it's important that we continue to do that. I hear some rumors that Father Trevor and our seminarian, Jacob Toba, might continue on some of those chats, but I think it'd be good to come to you once again. During the worst of COVID, I was doing it every day. I couldn't do it every day right now. But there are some topics that I know you want us to cover, and so I thought today I'd deal with one very timely topic from two particular ways. The first thing that's happened a couple weeks ago was that the Roe v. Wade decision, the one that legalized abortion back in the 1970s, was overturned by the Supreme Court. Everybody knows that, right? The second thing was there has been some controversy over the last couple of days. A few months ago, the Archbishop of San Francisco told the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, that she could no longer receive communion in the Archdiocese because of her votes for abortion. So I'll talk a little bit about both of those, very much connected. But I think the one thing that I certainly want to say that really addresses both of these issues is this: we have a lot of work to do. Because that decision was overturned doesn't mean everything's okay. I think we have a long way to go to really become pro-life people. What do I mean by that? We need to change hearts. We haven't done a lot of changing hearts. Certainly we've made some strides, such as the Women's Care Center here downtown Duluth. We have changed some hearts individually, but when it comes to people in the pews or people in political office, how are we helping them to understand that it's not just the woman that we need to be concerned, but the life inside of her? And for those people that are for abortion, to let them know that we're not against the woman, we're trying to save two lives here, because there really are two lives. And so we really have a long way to go to change more and more hearts, because now it's going to be in the political field where votes matter, not just in the Supreme Court, but votes of legislatures and cities, and yes, even the country. How do we help them to know that this is a life, a human life growing inside, that has a right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, just like I do? Which brings me to the second point, which is obviously that we haven't done a very good job of being able to change hearts when it comes to a number of political figures. In the politics arena, it can be a very difficult thing. We know that there are plenty of Catholic politicians who have voted in favor of abortion rights but still stayed active in their churches. There's something called Canon 915 amongst the canon law, number 915, that says that someone who continues in grave public sin, a bishop can make a decision not to allow them to receive communion. Now that happens only in that diocese or archdiocese where the bishop says that. But we're a very mobile society. So how is someone in Minnesota or Florida, if an elected official shows up there and goes to receive communion, how are they going to know not to deny it? Besides which, that Canon 915 only applies in that particular diocese. So unless our bishop says something, I cannot deny that person. It's a point of law that is really important. So when Nancy Pelosi was in Rome, how would a priest know not to give her communion? Besides which, the bishop there, which would be the Pope, would have to declare a Canon 915 situation there, which of course isn't going to happen because that's not her home diocese. Besides which, the Pope wasn't even presiding at that Mass. He only did the homily. What am I trying to say? Well, a lot of bishops won't impose 915 because it's a very difficult thing to do. It's a last resort. It's something that you do to be able to say, we can't allow any scandal to happen anymore. So a lot of bishops haven't done that. I will tell you, I'm glad I'm not a bishop. But I think the better thing to do is, how do you change her heart? How do you change President Biden's heart to help them to understand that we need to support both, not just the woman, because we do, but the human life growing inside? I'll say one more thing. Everybody has a choice. Everybody has a choice to be able to not have sexual relations unless you're ready for the consequences. How do we help people to understand that? Because everybody has that choice. But once you make that choice and there's a life growing inside of you, that's when the issue happens. But if we're more careful and if we're more circumspect and we really live chaste lives, guess what? That issue is not going to come up. Anyway, that's it for today. Look for me occasionally. Look for Jacob Thoma and Father Trevor too, because they're going to start doing the cathedral chats. I'm sure they are. Now that I've said it, they're going to have to, right? Okay. God bless you. Have a great day.